At 155 pounds, your tail of the tape for Machaczev versus Рамос. Рамос is the older man by 5 years. Machaczev taller by 4 inches. He will have a slight half-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the particulars. Back inside to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record. 10 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, presenting the World Cup Pan American and ADC Jiu-Jitsu champion, Davy Tasmanian Devil fighting out of the red corner, a combat sambo fighter holding a professional record, 17 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Machachев, Russia, presenting the Combat Sambo World and European Champion, Ислам Махачев. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Peter Hickmott.
Peter Hickmott got the fresh fade for tonight. The beautiful Luciana Andrade getting ready for round 1 here. A lot of Machaczev support in this building. Davy Рамоса trying to mute the Abu Dhabi masses here. Machaczev is in red. Davy Рамоsa is in black. Opens with an early kick to the body. Make the switch to Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. More natural, better sports drink. Grab one today at Speedway.
That left high kick is one of Machachev's best weapons. He lands it very well, especially on a southpaw. It's going to be there.
Machaczev, former Combat Sambo World and European champion, really has plus skills everywhere, though, if you watch the film. Outstanding jab, good in the clinch. Opportunistic submission game, knockout power. But Рамос, as soon as he had accomplished that goal in 2015, there's the first takedown attempt on Рамос. But Рамос in 2015 immediately shifted his focus to the UFC, and he is off to a 4-1 start in the big show. Рамос has worked so hard to try to close that gap between his grappling and his striking. Said he can't be the UFC champion with just jiu-jitsu, but certainly got hands and he has power.
I like to see Рамос use similar tactics as Fajeda. I mean, he can throw whatever he wants because a lot of people don't want to take him down. So keep the offense high, keep the pressure high. That'll shut down the kicks of Machaczev, and then look for your takedown or have Machaczev take him down.
th pro fight for Рамос. He has never been finished as an MMA pro, and he's trained a lot in Russia, so very comfortable with this Abu Dhabi backdrop tonight. Is that a breeze? I just felt that can't be a breeze.
That was from the left hand that just landed from Machaczev right there. That's what you felt. That was fast and it was hard and it hit right on the button. And the longer Рамос waits on Machaczev, it's going to be a long night for him. He needs to be first and needs to not be waiting to counter.
Crowd chanting for Ислам Махачева.
That's one thing that Рамос does do is he's got very good counter ability. So when you fire, he'll throw a 3-4 piece combination. But a lot of times he's just waiting. And so is Machaczev. And that's what we're seeing right now. They're waiting on one another, looking to counter each other.
Makhachev to the body, then retreats.
So far, it's been one strike at a time from these guys, and combinations really step things up and make things a little different.
Side leg kick from Machashev. Ramos counters.
See, once you touch him, Ramos throws almost every single time. But if you don't go first, he almost waits. But you touch him, and he'll go right away. Now Mахачев mixing in the fakes, and that'll offset the counters of Ramos. Excuse me.
Ramos keeping that guard high. Crowd sort of waiting with bated breath for that Machashev land. Coming up on 30 seconds to go here in round one. Ramos unofficially just 2 for 20 on his strike attempts thus far.
Together in the first round, these guys haven't thrown 20 strikes yet, really. Or about 50 total, so 25 each, excuse me. But the offense has been very low, and they're really just waiting on one another, looking to counter each other. Counter versus counter.
Yep. Ramos appeared to land a right hand partially a moment ago. 5 minutes down.
Sit down. Okay. We have to hit with the right first. Okay? We have to attack with the right hand more. Moving forward. I want you first. You first. Just keep on moving. You got to feint with your front foot and throw with your hand and backhand. Keep on moving your head. This round 0-0. You move forward all the time. I want you first. Okay, you're better prepared, Davi. Let's go.
The unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyright work is illegal and punishable under law. It is UFC 242, Khabib versus Poirier, Nurmagomedov's teammate Ислам Махачев, the number 15 ranked lightweight in the world, trying to continue his ascent by turning back Davy Рамоса. Machashev, the slightly busier and more effective striker in round one. Here's round two.
And I love Ramos' corner saying you got to be first. I couldn't agree more. He's got to quit waiting and just go, let his hands go and be first.
Ramos immediately counters with a flurry after Machashev landed high.
He almost waits on you to go before he goes. It's like give one, take one, give one, take one. And if Ramos just is the first to go, things might change up.
Looked like Ramos was in a pretty good position to get a takedown, but not against someone like Machashev. Machashev absolutely deadly in that clinch setting. About a minute gone by here in round two. Machashev lands to the body. So both fighters have attempted just one takedown through the first nearly 7 minutes. Machashev starting to press forward, working off that jab out of the southpaw stance.
And we said it in the earlier fight where if you get two strikers, in the very first fight of the night, if you get two strikers, a lot of times you see them grapple each other because they don't want to go against each other's strengths. And what we're seeing here is what it looks like two grapplers that don't want to go into each other's strengths, and so they're having a striking match. And it's just the way it goes sometimes. Neither of them wants to give an inch, and so they end up just not doing too much. Nice counter by Machef. And now Machev's getting off a little bit, being first a little bit more. Oh! Nice jab by Ramos, and he's got power, and that's why he likes to wait. If he connects, he knows he can knock you out. Very patient.
Machashev seemed to recover with immediacy, but a moment there for Ramos. And there's that Ramos jab again, keeping Machashev honest. Beautiful handwork there by Machashev. So when you're preparing for a fellow counter striker, I'd imagine you're expectant that you might get into some of these scenarios where there's a lot of feeling out, a little bit of a staring contest at times.
Yeah, that's right. And what you can do in those situations is feint. You double up on the feints, and then the counter's not there because they can't tell if you're faking or being offensive. And the fakes aren't there for these guys, so that's what's happening.
Machashev landed a big right hand a moment ago while backing up. Ramos a little bit bloodied now. Oh, big knee from Machashev.
Machashev is just getting ahead on the big strikes landed by far. I mean, it looks like it's touched Ramos' nose. Looking a little red. No cuts yet. I don't know. I can't see a cut yet, but I think the nose is busted for sure. Ramos is just waiting a little too much. He needs to be first, and that would really help him out. It's the same as Fajeda. Fajeda fought this style as well, just waited. It would be tough against his opponent, Taisimov. But he went first all the time, and it kept Taisimov on his heels, and that's what Ramos could do to make a little difference. But he's waiting on Machashev, and he's getting off first.
And Islam starting to put it all together now, landing nearly 60% of his total strikes, mixing it up well.
I didn't think Islam would really go for takedowns. I figured he would keep this fight on the feet, and that's what we've seen pretty much so far.
Ramos presses forward. You wonder how he'll manage wrist down the stretch in the third round if we get there. Final 10 of round 2 now. Good round for the Russian.
Perfect, Islam, perfect. Relax, relax. Give him water. Good job, good job. Just don't brawl, keep the same work. Keep the distance, just keep the distance, and in the 2 minutes you're gonna knock him down.
I need you to continue being like the Matador, okay? Same thing, right? He's gonna come up.
Right uppercut goes to be thrown, and you see Ramos throws it like a check hook jab type of punch, and it connects. And you see this left hand really hurt Ramos. And another one down the pipe, right to the nose. So probably the strongest, most significant punch was that hook jab hook looking punch that Ramos threw. It was like a mix of the two, and it kind of rocked Machef, but the accumulation of left hands is really adding up.
All right, round 3 brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. Davy Ramos was super excited when he heard that Ислам Махачев had accepted this fight. Now we'll see what the Brazilian Ramos can do over these final 5 minutes.
Oh, he gets him with the knee, and he hurts him.
Huge knee! Ramos trying to recover. Oh, big punches.
Huge punches landing. These guys are going after it right now. Machef wants that finish. And Ramos is able to get himself a little bit together, get the overhooks, buy himself some time. That's what that lock on his legs are doing. He's trying to get himself back together.
And now, even though a bit compromised, we are on the ground where Davy Ramos Doesn't mind being.
Yeah, and it was a big knee in the clinch that lands when Ramos was moving forward. That hurt him. And keeping Ramos' head up against the fence is a real smart tactic because of the way it's hard to move your hips there. And he can't use armbar techniques or triangle techniques. It really shuts things down to a minimum here, where Makachev has it.
Makhachev's cardio, outstanding. Certainly been very accurate with these ground strikes thus far.
Islam pressuring his hips, keeping very tight. Almost looks like he's got himself back together though.
Fight fans, you at a UFC fight party or planning to attend a fight soon? Well, gear up with all things UFC, available now at UFCstore.com. From customized walkout hoodies to memorabilia, special promotions are happening now. Shop now at UFCstore.com. Makachev staying active, continuing to work on Davy Ramos here on the ground. 2.5 minutes now to go in this third and final round.
If you're ever going to be on the ground with Ramos, you're going to want to keep his head up against the fence, just like Makhachev's doing. Smart game plan. Keep him parallel with the fence. He can't move his hips. Can't really dig underhooks. And Ramos is good with staying on his back and not getting to his feet right here. So Islam's happy to oblige.
3 times Ramos has been warned for interlocking his toes or fingers in the fence.
Good pressure by Islam, keeping the legs out of the equation. And right here, this is a nice way to go for an armbar here. He tries to get the balance off, but the fence being there just really changes things. Plus, it's so slippery and hot, so they're so sweaty. Very hard to get arm bars, especially in the last minute and a half after the damage that's been inflicted.
But it shows you how confident Makachev is, more than willing to engage Ramos in this realm at this stage of the fight. You certainly know about Makachev's ground credentials.
I think when he's chose to do it is the key.
Exactly.
It's really smart that he waited till this third round. And right here, almost using his knees to get now he's got his legs in there. Creating some space, getting away from the fence would really help him, I think.
Appreciative crowd for these two warriors as we hit the final minute of the fight. Co-main event to follow. Crowd once again vocal in its support of Ислам Махачев. And you got to think if he wins tonight, likely to draw somebody else in that lightweight top 15.
And what's so different about this fight scenario than a jiu-jitsu match is the fence. I mean, you can't move your hips. There's no space to create sweep scenarios. There's no he's looking for arm bars from here, but because the fence is behind, he can't really move the way he wants to create the sweep scenarios as well. So it just really limits you when your head's there.
Some conversation is going on there, not sure exactly what. Final seconds of the fight. Ислам Махачев looking to put the finishing touches on what would be his 7th UFC win in 8 tries. Outstanding effort from the Dagestan native Ислам Mахачев.
You guys let it hang out. They did the best they could in this matchup, and smart to wait until the third round to go to the ground. Very good tactics. Nice uppercut, left straight, down the pipe. Lands from Islam. And then you see that jab land on Islam's way in. This left hand lands again right on the nose. Ouch. Bam. You see the blood squirt out of that one. And this knee was the best shot of the whole fight. Put David to his back. And he was able to follow it up with some big ground and pound right here. Big shots landed. Keep Ramos's face up against the fence the rest of the third round, and really, you know, control at the end.
Well, Davy Ramos obviously disappointed. Felt like it was all in front of him tonight in terms of his opportunity to crack that vaunted lightweight top 15. So deep is this UFC roster at 155 pounds, and as such, the margin for error is very thin.
Good sportsmanship there, and that's what's beautiful about this sport. You guys try to kill each other, and then at the end, the sportsmanship and the respect is there.
All right, the official decision brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile's knockout coverage and unlimited data with those scorecards. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 29-27, 30-26, and 30-26 for the winner by unanimous decision, Ислам Махачев.
All right, here with your winner, Ислам Mахачев. Congratulations. What an opportunity here for you to compete in Abu Dhabi. You had this crowd eating out of your hand. Congratulations. How did it feel to compete in this arena tonight?
Oh, thank you, thank you. You know, I beat today a very tough opponent. Salam alaikum. This is crazy. I like this. When I fight last time in St. Petersburg, same people. I'm very happy to win this fight. I just want to say thank you. And who win, Barboza or Ferder? I am ready.
Certainly have earned that type of opportunity. You had a very tough challenge and test in front of you tonight, and you passed it with flying colors. Was this the type of fight you expected against Davy Ramos tonight?
Yeah, it's not hard fight. I'm control first 2 round, and I'm almost knock him out 3rd round. Davy, thank you. You're a very strong guy, strong opponent. I'm happy to win here, to be here in Abu Dhabi. I want to say something in Russia. Всем салам алейкум. Всем спасибо, кто сегодня приехал на мой бой. Поддержать меня, Зубу и всех остальных бойцов. And tonight, and still, inshallah.
There he is, folks, 18-1, Ислам Махачев.
Awesome fight by these guys. They both just nailed it. I mean, when it comes down to the style matchup, Mахачев did exactly what he needed to. It's not easy to face a guy like Davy Рамос. You have to face him carefully, and to take him down, get that in the 3rd round, and be able to control him the way he did, and then just pick him apart in the first 2 rounds. I mean, it was exactly how you got to fight him, and you know, that's a recipe if you're going to fight Davy Ramos. I mean, you can't just go and shoot on him right away because everybody's dry, and it's tough to fight that man. He's extremely strong, great counter ability. These guys put on a great show.